My name is Mackenzie Bauer, and I am the co-founder of Thread. We are a lifestyle accessories brand based out of Provo, Utah. We started almost 11 years ago, which is so crazy how fast the time goes by. We started just making slim, elastic wallets, but now we carry a vast array of carry accessories from backpacks, bags, water bottle holders, AirPod cases, tech accessories, wallets, the whole gamut. And we're carried online, Amazon, but then we're in probably around 2,000 retail locations nationwide. And then we're opening up stores internationally as well in Japan and Latin America, Canada. So really fun. It's crazy. And we're really excited about what's ahead. And all of that can be really exciting, and you can get focused on so many different things. And when I was asked to speak, there was topics of AI, and that is not my expertise at all. And sometimes I get really frustrated with AI because it takes out the personal element of things. And I came on just at the tail end of the last conversation, and I loved the personal element that was brought into that discussion, because I think that is so crucial. And what we need to be bringing back into all of our businesses is this personal connection with our customers and really getting to know them. And what I loved starting our business back in 2014 was when we really started ideating our businesses, and when we first got on social media, even though we didn't officially incorporate as a business until 2015. And so we were on social media in the very early days when nobody knew what an influencer was yet. Instagram was 4 years old. And so people were still using social media as what it was intended to be, as a social platform to keep up with your friends and family. It wasn't to push products. It wasn't to, share what you're wearing or your best skincare routines. It was just to update your friends and family on what you were up to. So I've really kind of tried to keep that at the core of what we're building with our customers over the course of our brand evolution as we've grown. And so I wanted that to be at the forefront of what I was going to talk to you guys about today, because the conversations that we're seeing at a lot of these panels and discussions tend to shift towards AI and where the future is going. But I really love focusing on the customer. I wanted to talk to you guys today about taking care of your customers or your potential customers 101, like the basics, because I think as you're growing a business, it's so easy to get inundated with all of these different things. There's so many things you have to start focusing on. And if you're the founder or any role in your business, actually, there's so many things that can take your attention away from focusing on your customer. And I want to admit completely that we're not perfect at this. We have fallen victim to that so many times, where we get focused on the next big shiny thing, or too focused on product, or too focused on a marketing initiative, or too focused on chasing revenue. And we forget about the customer, but your customers are everything. And so I really wanted to bring it back to this and kind of what our core principle and value is at Thread and what we try to do. And then give some examples of how we've done it at Thread, and some of my favorite books and people who've really paved the way and set good examples of that in businesses that I look up to. So I wanted to share an interesting interaction I had with someone on LinkedIn. This was a comment or a post that she made. I blocked out her name so that she's kept private, but she posted a picture of a comment that she got from someone on Instagram that she had a problem with. The post is here that says, "Hi," it was a message from somebody. "Hi, my name is blank and I'm getting married this November. As a proud US military veteran, this season feels like a joyful new chapter, and I'm planning my bridal shower and bachelorette with intention and gratitude. I've always loved your brand, and I'd be honored to include your products in the gift bags I'm putting together for my bridal party. If you offer any samples, PR packages, or discounts for brides or veterans, I'd be so grateful to feature your brand during these special moments. Thanks for considering it." And now if I were giving a speech or a talk on like influencer outreach, I would have a lot to say to this person about how she could craft her message to better engage with brands. But that's not what this is about. This is how brands should engage with their customers or potential customers. So I'm not going to focus on her message. I'm going to focus on other people, like the brand's response to this. So this woman on LinkedIn responded to on LinkedIn and said, does anybody else get messages asking for free product from your brand, and how do you handle them? We receive messages like this at least once a month, and at Thread we get messages like this all the time. It typically includes something to make you empathize with the person. This one mentioned how she's a veteran, and then explained how she wants to use the products for an event and feature the brand. While I do think you should shoot your shot in life, I don't love when people ask small businesses for free products. It costs a lot to ship our product anywhere, and there's no return for us here. Not to mention that this is a generic message sent to countless brands. Does she even use our product? It's always a no for me. I redirect them to the website where they can order jars and call it a day. I also want to point out that this person didn't ask for free product. That wasn't the only thing. She did ask for samples or a discount. This customer or potential customer asked for any type of, maybe it could have been stickers, it could have been anything. But this brand owner, company owner said that it's always a no for her. My response was this. If someone messages me or Thread, I always try to share my product with them. I believe in my product, and I know without a doubt that if I share my product with them, and if they have the best experience with my brand, they'll become a customer for life. In an instance like this, I also know that her bridal party will become customers for life. We know that one of the most common ways people hear about Thread is by word of mouth. And this is true. We've done research, we've used data points to collect information to know that one of the most common ways people hear about us is through word of mouth. So if I have the potential of acquiring this woman and all of her friends, and hopefully their friends, as a customer by giving them a positive experience with me, my brand, and my products, by sending them a small package, it's worth it to me every single time. I encourage my team to do the same when someone messages the brand. I had a reel go semi-viral over the summer because I responded to customers who sent us their grad announcements. When I sent a gift to these customers, so many of them posted and shared about it on social media because we took the time to show we cared. I'm a firm believer in recognizing that everyone, whether they have 200 followers or 200,000, is an influencer. And if you can afford it, they should be treated as someone with the potential to help grow and change your brand in monumental ways. And I want to go back to how this person on LinkedIn said, there's no return for us here. And my thought is that there's usually always a return. If you treat people right and give them the most positive experience with your brand and your product, and even you as an individual, the founder, the customer experience manager, whoever it is, the return is that they become a brand loyalist. They fall in love with your brand. They fall in love with your product, and they are going to come back as a buying customer, a paying customer, and they're going to tell all their friends about you. They're going to post about you on social media. They're going to tell their mom. They're going to come back at Christmas time when they want to get gifts for their friends, or when they need to get their dad a Father's Day present. So giving someone a positive experience when you can afford it, let it make sense for your brand. Maybe you can't ship everyone free product, but maybe you could give them a discount code. Maybe you could send them sticker packs. Maybe you could send them a handwritten note and just say, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we couldn't send product, but we're cheering you on at this time in your life. Please, keep us in mind for future opportunities. Whatever it is, leave them with a positive taste in their mouth about your brand and your products. One of my favorite books is a book called Unreasonable Hospitality. And it's a book about a man who has a restaurant in New York that's a Michelin-starred restaurant. And he gives countless examples about going above and beyond for his customers. One of the examples that he gives is this family came in from Australia and ate at his restaurant. And they expressed to the wait staff and their team that was serving them that night that they'd never experienced the snow. They were there over the Christmas holiday, and they were just thrilled to be experiencing snow for the first time. And this Michelin star restaurant, whose focus was food, decided to go out and buy this family sleds and snow gear so that after their meal, they could go sledding in Central Park. And they arranged for this whole experience for this family. So when their meal was done, they said, hey, we want to send you out. It's your last night in New York with this unforgettable experience in Central Park. And they did. They sent this family out. The family had the most incredible time. And you know what that family is going to do that night. They're going to text their family. They're going to text their friends. They're going to be posting on social media. They're going to leave the most positive review of that restaurant. It's going to be the most unforgettable night. And that family is going to feel so special. So in this book, Will Guidara says, people will forget what you do. They'll forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. This quote, often, but probably incorrectly, attributed to the great American writer Maya Angelou, may be the wisest statement about hospitality ever made. And I'll insert that instead of hospitality, you could say maybe the wisest statement about customer experience or customer relations or social media management, whatever it is that's ever been made. How you make your customers or potential customers feel is so important. And that's what's going to stick out to them. They'll maybe forget that you made a really great lip balm or that you made a great wallet, but they're never going to forget how you made them feel. Again, I don't know if this video will pull through really well, but you can go find it on our Instagram or our TikTok on Thread Wallets. But at the beginning of the summer in May and June, Thread got inundated for some reason with graduation announcements from our customers. And I had a stack on my desk and I didn't know what to do with them. It felt wrong to throw this pile of graduation announcements away. And so many of them had come with handwritten notes from customers being like, Thread, I've used you throughout high school. Thank you so much for being part of so many memories of mine that I made. Like, you were there when I got my driver's license, like all these really cool notes that were included in these graduation announcements. And so I was like, there's no way I can just toss these in the trash. And so what I ended up doing is getting, we didn't have a huge budget for this, but I used some of our cash back rewards points from our credit card. And I went and I bought Shoe Dog, which is one of our favorite books that we've all read as a team because it inspires creativity and hard work. I bought gift cards that these students could use to help prepare them for the upcoming school year from Barnes & Noble, Starbucks, DoorDash. We bought them some Polaroid cameras to put in some of the ones that had written a handwritten note. And then we included just our laptop cases, our backpacks, some wallets, things that would help them prepare for the upcoming school year. And I wrote a handwritten note in each one of them saying, you know, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for including us in this special time in your life. We're so excited for you and we're cheering you on. And it took some time, but the reward was there. Like, we got all of these graduation gift boxes, and these are just some of the posts that we got from people who received these graduation gift boxes on TikTok and social media. And there were other videos that people posted of them unboxing this experience. So thank you so much, Thread. I feel so loved. I feel better prepared. I've gotten handwritten notes back saying that they cried as they opened the gift box, that it was like such a special thing as they prepare for college. Really, really cool way to interact with our customers and make them feel like we really do care and want to interact with them in a personal way. ChatGPT is never going to do something like this for your customers, right? This is one of another favorite books of mine that I would highly recommend. It's called Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh, who's deceased. He passed away a few years ago. And it's a great book for anyone wanting to really hone in your customer experience. It's A Path to Profits, Passion, and Purpose. And I'll leave on this story from the book. He says, I'm reminded of a time when I was in Santa Monica, California, a few years ago at a Skechers sales conference. After a long night of bar hopping, a small group of us headed up to someone's hotel room to order some food. My friend from Skechers tried to order a pepperoni pizza from the room service menu, but was disappointed to learn that the hotel we were staying at did not deliver hot food after 11 p.m. We had missed the deadline by several hours. In our inebriated state, a few of us cajoled her into calling Zappos to try to order a pizza. She took us up on our dare, turned on the speakerphone, and explained to the very patient Zappos rep that she was staying in a Santa Monica hotel and really craving a pepperoni pizza. That room service was no longer delivering hot food and that she wanted to know if there was anything Zappos could do to help. The Zappos rep was initially a bit confused by the request, but she quickly recovered and put us on hold. She returned 2 minutes later, listing the 5 closest places in the Santa Monica area that were still open and delivering pizza at that time. Now, truth be told, I was a little hesitant to include this story because I don't actually want anyone who reads this book to start calling Zappos and ordering pizza. But I just think it's a fun story to illustrate the power of not having scripts in your call center and empowering your employees to do what's right for your brand, no matter how unusual or bizarre the situation. As for my friend at Skechers, after that phone call, she's now a customer for life. So I am going to stop sharing my screen, come back to you guys, and just leave with that as you guys head into the Black Friday holiday season, it's really easy to want to live by these like black and white rules. Like, okay, we shipped it out to be the most profitable we can. I'm not going to ship it out again until we know if it's there or not. Like, you want to hit your goals. You want to hit all these things that you've set for yourself as a business. I get it. But if you leave your customers behind, you're missing the point. And so set up and empower your employees to make their own decisions, to do things that are crazy for the customers and do what's right for the brand. Make sure that your employees feel empowered on social media, customer experience, out in the wild, whatever it is, to empower your employees to make those decisions to help the customer feel like at the end of the day, they're the hero, that they're the winner, that they scored when they chose to shop with you over anybody else. And if you can do that, you're going to have a lifetime purchaser. You're going to have someone that's a loyalist, and they're going to tell all their friends. And how that person on LinkedIn said there was no return for her of rewarding these people who reach out that maybe aren't customers yet. Do it. See what happens. Like that Skechers employee that wasn't calling Zappos about anything, right, related to shoes. She took care of that Skechers associate, and now that Skechers associate was like, I'm in on Zappos 100%. And so when people come into Threads retail location and they're like, oh, I'm just here, I need to use your bathroom or something, or oh, I have a question about this, like sometimes I'm like, oh, hey, like I actually have some samples downstairs. If you have a question about it, let me just give you one for free. I'm not going to sell these anyway. Let me just give you one. You can use it. And if you like it, come back and get some more later. Like, no problem. Have a great day. Give them the best experience, and you're going to see the magic unfold for your customers and wins long-term for your brand.
Mackenzie, what a nice story. That was all really nice. And I will say, personally, I feel that way about Chewy. They did something really nice when my dog passed away years ago, and they are not necessarily always my cost-effective option, but I continue to go for them because I'm forever thinking of that. And it happened when I was 19. Yeah. It's been over a decade. It happened a long time ago.
I remember someone at Nordstrom when I was trying on a dress for homecoming when I was like 16 or 17. After I bought the dress and went home, I don't know how, like if it was attached to like my credit card purchase when my mom bought it or something, but like a week later I got a note in the mail that was like, Mackenzie, thank you so much for purchasing. Like, you looked so beautiful in that dress when you tried it on. You're going to have such a great time at homecoming, like wishing you the absolute best, like love whatever. And it was like, I think I put that note in my journal and just thought like, as a 16-year-old, like,
yeah,
what? Like she noticed me and thought I looked beautiful. Like that felt so so cool. And I've always remembered that. And she
See,
maybe
it
would
sounds
have
easy,
said
but
that
it
to me
works.
even if I didn't buy the dress right then and there. Like she was just that
Yeah.
type of person. So those type of experiences go so far in your customer or even your potential customers' minds, in always remembering, like even if they don't purchase now from you, like
They'll come back.
thinking, oh, that wallet, like that brand, they treated me so well. I didn't need a wallet then, but I need one now. I'm gonna go back to them.
100%. Also happy to hear Caitlin Chewy is also amazing for you. They're great. This is an unprompted Chewy ad.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I don't have a
also,
dog, so I'm glad to know that they work great for you.
we love a dog. We love an animal thing. Mackenzie, you are awesome. Before I have you switch speakers, because we're so grateful for your time, do you want to give everybody a little bit of like how they can find you if they want to get some more expertise?
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm there. I also have a female founders networking group on Instagram called Female Founders Only. So if you are a female founder and want a networking group, we travel together. We have monthly meetups. You can come find me there. Thread Wallets on Instagram, all the things.
Sick. I also linked out the YouTube videos you referenced in the chat.
Perfect.
Definitely
Awesome.
watch you guys. Mackenzie, thanks so much for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate
Very
it.
grateful.